何してんのさ。
ここはどう見てもいい雰囲気になった男女がキスをする場面だろ。
マヤネは全然成長してないじゃん。
勇者様、グロリアさんが泣いちゃってますよ。
ああ、チューしないとか言うからっすよ。
なんだよそれ。
朝日が悪いな。
なんでだよ。
All in all, my one-hit kill sister had a super duper lame ending. I can't even like try and hide that. I can't even put some rose-tinted glasses on. The ending kind of sucked. And I'm not saying at the end of the episode that I necessarily wanted a big old smooch fest between Maya and between Asahi, but he had, 4 other non-related, or even 5, I guess if you count Kuon, 5 other non-related biologically through blood to him girls that he could have had this moment with. And they did in fact do rock, paper, scissors, and it looked like Gloria actually won that. So you would think that even if one of them had to kind of force a situation, that we could have at least had something that was of a decent ending. But, at the end of it, my one-hit kill sister, you can chop it up as a fun little junk food anime that is there to really just kind of fill in time. And if it's something that you like where, it comes to fan service and it comes to being over the top and it comes to maybe a little harem-ish anime. And I would be very tame to really call this a harem, because although Asahi was surrounded by girls, there wasn't really any... it was very one-way tension there, as opposed to if you think like other anime like, How Not to Summon a Demon Lord, or maybe like High School DxD, and that's kind of the extreme side of it. But if you think of those where, the main character may not actually ever cross the line with any of his harem group members, but he gets very close to over and over again, and the main character has intention to, and I think that's where Asahi lacks this, because they pinned him up as like this very, very high school kid in like 11-year-old body or something, kind of like 11-year-old mindset that like he really was refusal to do anything and everything. So, at the end of it, like I said, you can just chalk this up to a decent junk food anime that's not for everybody, and a lot of people probably would just call this like, trash or would hate on it. But I think it was still good enough, and there was still funny, enough funny moments within this show to, again, warrant a watch. And I believe, too, if I looked at it right, I don't think this one... No, it's not gay. This one's not getting a dub. I'm always trying to make sure, what gets a dub and what doesn't. But there's still a chance for this to get a dub. I know a recent anime that aired last season that just barely started getting a dub 3 weeks ago was Farming Life in Another World. So there's still a chance for this one to get a dub down the line. So there's still a chance there for, renewed viewership. But overall, I didn't regret my time watching. I thought it was a decent time. I would say, overall, I'm a little disappointed. And I think that's kind of the theme for, maybe 3, no, I don't want to say 4, but like 3 different anime this season. I would say that, there's disappointment there. And just from, not necessarily for lack of what we got, that's a part of it, but mostly the lack of what it could have been. Like, even though my one-hit kill sister has such a naughty and absurd premise, there was still some really good moments, and there was still a lot of potential just kind of left on the table. With this episode, though, it did finish off with our boy finally getting to Golem class. There was a absurd scene of him using his level 2 rock throwing to defeat the slime. He did do it, so I guess woohoo for him. There was a random girl that was shown to us, which was a witch. Apparently, this witch was, Witch of Control Girogilia. Apparently, she worked for the Demon Lord. And over again, Komario just went, basically went against her Demon Lord and went against her peers to no repercussions. So I was hoping maybe we get like some kind of scene that finally showed us the Demon Lord, whether they're male or female Demon Lord. I was like, if it's another female Demon Lord, there's a chance that Asahi could woo the Demon Lord too. But we never got we never really knew what the Demon Lord is, what they look like or anything, and nor Komario was ever kind of she never faced any repercussions for her actions. So I think that's interesting. I do like Big Sister Love, or what is it, Big Sister Forever move, and I like how the witch was like so warm. I thought that was a funny scene. And then earlier in the episode, obviously, we did get some fan service with the slimes and stuff like that. And Asahi apparently hates when things get slippery and wet, but Maya says, not true. So I think all of it, all in all, decent watch. Very disappointing last episode. Just some fan service, in here, which I guess the fan service part of it's pretty good. One thing I will say is like the opening, if you pay attention to the opening scene, when Maya, Komaria, and Asahi are like watching out the window, I really love that art style, like that really very thickly drawn stroke outside of the characters, and stroke just basically means like outline. Very thick stroke for the characters. I really like that art style, and I kind of wish that they used that comic book-esque type manga art style a little bit more. I thought that was really cool, and unfortunately, it was only for one scene, and they have used it, in like little areas before, but I thought it looked pretty. I thought it looked pretty. A few other things happened, but nothing really notable. So let me know what you guys thought about the ending of My One Hit Kill Sister. Like, post your overall and final thoughts, because this was the last episode. Of course, I'm gonna see you guys in the summertime. Probably this weekend. Look out for my video. I'm gonna basically do like I did last season. I'm gonna go through the live chart and basically say here's all the anime that I'm interested in this season, and then I'll probably have one other video that launches that just say, hey, here's a 10 anime that you should watch this season based off this list. Last season, we ended up having like 25 different anime, and there was about 25 different anime this season that I've kind of sporadically watched, and a lot of them I dropped. A few of them have been excellent that I haven't covered on the channel, like Sacrificial Beast and stuff, and there's a lot of really good anime, so we're gonna do that same action this year, or this season. I keep saying this year, but this season, and I'll be covering a butt ton of anime for the first episode, and basically what I officially cover on the channel will be determined based off what you guys are receptive to. So anyways, throw your last thoughts for My One Hit Kill Sister, and I'll see you guys in the summer for summer anime. Don't forget Mushoku Tensei's back. I know, it's crazy. See you then. Peace.